Sussex moved up to second place in Group A of the Clydesdale Bank 40 after a comprehensive 9-wicket win over Middlesex at the Pro Bids County Ground, and they had 104 balls to spare. Neil Dexter won the toss and batted, and Dawid Malan and Scott Newman got them off to a steady start as they opened up with a stand of 25 in the first 6 overs of the match to set something of a platform. But they were then set back when they lost a host of wickets, starting when Navid Arif York Newman and bowled him off the inside edge. 4 balls later, at the end of the 7th over, Paul Sterling got a regulation edge to Arif to depart for 4 at 29 for 2. 2 balls later, without the addition of any more runs, Malan was caught between shots and pushed Chris Liddle to Ed Joyce in the covers after making 14. Worse was to follow for the Panthers as Dexter turned Liddle to Murray Goodwin, who took a good catch on the deep square boundary. And Chris Rogers was foxed by Rana Nabad Al Hassan's slower ball and trapped in front for 1, leaving Middlesex in something of a mess on 56 for 5 after 18 overs. They needed to recover quickly and looked like being able to do so as Gareth Berg fashioned one of his better one-day innings. Where others had failed, he was able to find the gaps with some sweetly timed shots, mostly through the mid-wicket area. Batting in the middle order, Berg hasn't had that many opportunities to build decent personal scores, but thanks to those earlier losses, this was a chance for him to shine, and he wasn't disappointing. He went to what was only the second half century in one-day cricket in his career, and it had come off 75 deliveries, as he'd helped add 51 in 13 overs for the 6th wicket. But his dismissal led to another collapse. On 52, he holed out to long on off Luke Wright at 107 for 6. Tom Smith fell in the same over, playing on to go for a golden duck. Ben Scott then gave Navid another wicket, bowled by a ball which snipped back to end his innings on 19. Stephen Finn went next ball, leg before to a delivery which kept low. And the innings was wrapped up when Anthony Ireland hit Michael Yardy straight down long on's throat. Middlesex have been humbled for 123, with 19 balls of their innings still remaining. Matt Pryor, in his first game of the summer for his county, fell to the second ball of the second over, leg before, even though Finn's appeal seemed only a half-hearted one. Height may have been the concern. But that was to be the only moment of success for the Panthers as Sussex cruised to their target. Joyce got them going, but it was Wright who knocked the stuffing out of the visitors. On what looked to be a decent batting surface, Middlesex's total was well beneath par, especially when you take into account the speed of the outfield. Many of Wright's shots raced to the rope. He didn't need to take any risks as he played well within himself while still scoring at a very handsome rate. Finn at least had no answer to him, as his opening spell was an expensive one. Joyce is in very good form right now, and at times he made batting look rather easy. He has that unflappable air about him, but if there is a ball there for him to hit, he generally hits it well and finds the gaps. It was Joyce who struck the first 6 of the match, planting Smith over long on, and that was followed by one from Wright, who drove Dexter over extra cover. This shot, his 7th for, took Wright to his 50, just his second domestic half-century since 2009. It was a fine one too, taking him 57 balls. He'd done much of the scoring in boundaries, and that continued with the victory target now in sight. He opened his shoulders and twice hit Finn over the top in successive balls as his side closed in on a very easy victory to send Middlesex to their second defeat in a row after losing to Kent last week. It was left to Wright to strike the winning runs with more than 17 overs left. He'd hit 50 runs in boundaries to end unbeaten on 71 from 68 balls, leaving Joyce undefeated on 47. After losing their first match to group leaders Derbyshire, Sussex have now seen off the Netherlands and Middlesex. Both sides have 4 points, but the Panthers have played a game more.